Clairvoyance of being press is limited, and so we rely on press releases. One of the stories that we missed came along on the Friday after recording, and it is that Focus Home Interactive have partnered up with Werewolf Publishing, the owner of Vampire the Masquerade and lots of other things, to make Werewolf the Apocalypse. It's going to be developed by Cyanide Studio, the same people that is doing the Cthulhu game I'm very much looking forward to, but also the Styx games. As this is just an announcement, usual rule applies. Release date, they say it's going to be an RPG. It's coming out for consoles on PC, so it's probably going to come out maybe in a year, maybe a year and a half or so. Probably definitely going to be 2018, considering it's only just been announced. But it is a werewolf game in the same universe area as Vampire the Masquerade and all of those games. So, I am intrigued so far. It's the world that they build for that has always been very good, but as normal rules apply for announcements, bugger all else so far. So at the moment I am intrigued, and only intrigued. To round off this email section, we're going to have this little tidbit of information that has a very, very long title. As it goes is Gameco Inc., leader of video game gambling, joins the eSports Integrity Coalition to promote gaming regulation with eSports and casinos. The eSports Integrity Coalition are a group that looks over the eSports sort of sector, making sure that everything's above board, there's checks cheating and all the other normal regulation stuff. The first thing I'm probably going to think is that they're going to try and evolve online gambling to be more like a normal casino, trying to legitimize online gambling, and that is a section of it. By the last paragraph of the release, it says, Gameco, alongside ESIC's betting partners, will support ESIC's anti-corruption education program, which currently consists of face-to-face educational presentations and live interactive sessions with esports professional players, management and officials at major LAN events throughout the world. Basically, it's with this legitimization that is coming through with this, they're also going to have sort of professional gambling help for the esports community. So they're going to try and curtail illegal gambling, overzealous gambling, and try and control gambling. And for those that followed the stories last year of the CSGO betting, the CSGO roulette, will see that there are loopholes, and there are holes with online betting and online gambling when it comes to the actual gambling. So, but also could be that through that they help put controls and restrictions on it so that things like the scandals of the CSGO casino gambling sites doesn't happen again. And with that, we're going to move on to the releases that were released through Games Press. Much again, as it is the release season and the early year conference season, a lot of it are announcements or pre-releases for games that are set to be released soon. One of the major ones this week coming out would be Resident Evil 7. But it is also award season, and games have been very much integrated into other awards, as well as having its own sections. In one place that it has been integrated is the Writers Guild of Great Britain Awards. As it says here, as part of the info page, the Writers Guild Awards was launched in 1961 to give professional writers across Great Britain the opportunity to honour their peers. So it still is very much a sort of industry award thing, but it's one specifically for writers and writing. It was held on the 23rd, on Monday, and it was at the Royal College of Physicians in London. It was a rather prestigious place. Going on to the winners, the leading award for the event was the Outstanding Contribution to Writing, which was won by Sir Tom Stoppard. As for the other awards, Best Radio Comedy went to John Finnemore's Double Axe by John Finnemore. Best Radio Drama went to Fat Little Thing by Lucy Gannon. Best Long Running TV Series went to Doctors. Best Writing in a Video Game went to Virginia by Jonathan Burrows, Lyndon Holland and Terry Carey. Best Children's TV Episode went to The Dumping Ground by Emma Reeves. Best Long Form TV Drama went to Trapped by Clive Bradley. Best First Screenplay went to Adult Life Skills by Rachel Tunnard. Best Play for Young Audiences had joint winners with What the Thunder Said by Ed Harris and Rise Up by Lisa Evans. Best Play had Escaped Alone by Carol Churchill. Best Screenplay went to Eye in the Sky by Guy Hibbert. Best TV Situation Comedy went to Fleabag by Phoebe Waller-Bridge. And Best Short Form TV Drama went to Ellen by Sarah Quintel. And the last press release we're going to talk about is, again, TIGA. For those that don't know, TIGA is the British Gaming Trade Association that is essentially a union. It represents the video game industry. This is quite a long release that is very much interwoven with TIGA's big proposals and big pushes for tax relief programs and much more industry organisational institutions to help push the UK video game industry. The release starts by saying that they welcomed the government's recognition of the importance of the creative industries in the new industrial strategy and called on the government to introduce a British Games Institute to drive the video game sector forward. This British Games Institute would be an organisation that would manage TIGA's proposal for the Games Investment Fund. The Games Investment Fund being essentially financial assistance and financial tax relief. Dr. Richard Wilson, the CEO of the TIGA organisation, has a section of the release leading off by saying the provision of a favourable general framework characterised by a comparatively low tax rates, low business costs, an effective regulatory environment, and a well-educated and trained workforce will help many businesses across the economy. Through all of the TIGA press releases, he has been one that has always been pushing for a very low-cost business environment for the games industry, something that is favourable towards games businesses. Then he continues on with his 3 points of what he thinks the government should instate or continue on to do. The first point is the retention and possible enhancement of the video games tax relief system. The second is about workforce migration, which says an efficient migration system that enables UK employees to access highly skilled personnel from all over the world, including the EU. You can obviously see where that is aimed politically. And the third is for the introduction of this British Games Institute for this Games Investment Fund, with one of the main points being about the movement of staff within the EU. You can certainly see the political area that releases like this and having these releases so often are actually going for and what the aims are for them. As I've said from the beginning, TIGA is itself a political organisation. It is a union, it is an association. While it wants to push forward the games industry like any other association, it is also a political one. So a lot of these tax deals and trade deals and migration deals especially are ones that are controlled and maintained by the government. And so while these proposals are ones that I would think would work, they are all driven by political they're all driven by political intentions and by the political parties of the time. So while I may agree with them, there are probably many of you out there that probably doesn't. But it is good to have these ideas out there for the sake and for the advancement of the industry, so that a sensible debate and a sensible conversation can be had. But before we go, this is the UK all-format chart for the week ending January 21st. The charts themselves haven't changed. There's been a few shifting of places, but Grand Theft Auto 5 still remains at number 1. But Gravity Rush has been released, flying into number 16, and Dragon Quest VII Journey of the Cursed King has flown into number 13. And as it is the beginning of the week, here are the games that are going to be released. We have Dino Fence for PC, Football Match 3 Blitz for Android and iOS, Ozone Play for iOS, Rogue Buddies for Android, Touch by Touch for Android and iOS, Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue for the PS4, Bacon Man and Adventure for PC Online, Kane for PC, Joe's Diner for PS4, Math Run Quiz Game for Android and iOS, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard for PC, PS4 and Xbox One, Spirit Sphere for PC Online, Tiles and Tales for Android, iOS and browsers, Yakuza 0 for PS4, Memoranda for PC, Days of War for PC, Mainlining for PC, Rocket Birds 2 Evolution for PC, World Cats for Android and iOS, Earthlock Festival of Magic for PS4 Online. I saw that at Gamescom. That is actually a very good game. Tales of Bertie for PC Online and PS4, and The Sun and Moon for Xbox One. Thank you again for joining us. If you liked this video, please share and subscribe.